provided him with enough money and stability to provide for his family. And believe it or not, Chet is actually a decent actor. Must be in his blood. He's particularly exceptional at acting like a Jamaican man.
Feel a rock into a pond, ripples fade away. Human hearts aren't so lucky. Those battle scars remain. Oh.
Hello. Welcome back, my friends. Today, Patrick CC came out with a new video. And the topic is quite interesting. The most hated D-list celebrity in Hollywood, Chet Hanks. Yeah, we're talking about Chet Hanks today. The nepotism is real in Hollywood, and Chet Hanks is a good example of that. So we're going to check that out today. If you're interested, Patrick CC, I'll have his link down below. Check out his channel and his whole archive of all his videos. And if you like this reaction, please like and subscribe and hit that notification. It really helps with the algorithm. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. And I'm talking a little bit low today because I kind of strained my voice yesterday afternoon playing Fallout 76. So I apologize for that. So, and also, if you like to support the channel, I'll leave my Cash App. Cash App and Venmo. I want to say PayPal so bad. It's Venmo and Cash App. If you also want to try super things down below, that's well appreciated. Whatever helps with the channel is great. I know a few people asked if I have a Patreon. I do not have a Patreon, but if you do like to support me in that way, please check out my Venmo and Cash App and my super things if you really do like to support the channel. And yeah, let's get right into this reaction. I'm really interested in Patrick CC. I like Patrick CC. He seems like a really down-to-earth guy. He seems a little bit like more in between with his opinions. He's not like Sunny V. There's a reason why I stopped reacting to his videos. But Patrick CC, he seems all right bloke. So let's get right into it. Here we go.
Don't touch
me. Deck that bitch. What the f, girl?
I beat that bitch with a
I can't fix America.
I beat that.
Chet Hanks is the third child of Tom Hanks, one of the most famous actors of all time. Anytime his name has been in the media, it is negative, giving the perception that he is the black sheep of the family. Tom has consistently maintained a positive and wholesome image, which has endeared him to audiences worldwide. Many people refer to him as America's dad. However, the actual son of the perceived down-to-earth.
See, if I just saw him on the street, I would be like, he's pretty hot. But when he starts talking, like he has a nice chest right there. But when he has a nice face too. But when he starts talking, especially when he starts rapping, that's a whole thing. That's a whole thing. Other than that, bangable. Totally.
The actor says things were not as good as they seemed. This became abundantly clear when in November of 2014, Chet revealed that he underwent treatment for cocaine addiction. This was the first time Chet made headlines. Quite the introduction. People wondered how a child raised in the same home as Tom Hanks took such a dark path. I've been struggling with substance abuse since I was 16 years old. Finally, at the age of 24, I decided to get some help. With 50 days of sobriety under my belt, I can honestly say I'm the happiest I've ever been. Chet said that his parents were very supportive and helpful towards him overcoming his problems. People sympathized with Chet for being so open regarding his addiction. However, just a few months later, he posted an Instagram photo that would change people's minds about him. Chet uploaded a photo of him holding 2 guns with a caption that reads, "Check out the song me and my N-word, chill that dude just dropped on SoundCloud. Juice, link in bio."
I hit him with the joke, like Kobe when I show, like Reggie when I ride.
Most people had no idea Chet was an aspiring rapper, and they were not fond of his use of the N-word. Chet claims that music is the first outlet he used to express himself when he was 15.
First things first, man, we talking about the hearse. I got mad gifts, but this verse about the curse. Or when life stops and the good times cease, D breeze aunt and Dice grandma rest in peace. That was the first verse I ever wrote.
However, he didn't record or release music until he became a student at Northwestern University.
He seems so proud of that verse too.
In 2011, recording White and Purple under the alias Chet Hayes. This song was a remix of Wiz Khalifa's Black and Yellow, with the lyrics changed in reference to his school colors. He also dropped a few other club-style songs to show his versatility.
Both sound like trash. You didn't hear this when when they were mixing this? You didn't really listen to it and be like, whoa, this sounds like trash, Chet.
Everybody wants to be like you.
People were dumbfounded at the thought of Tom Hanks' son of all people becoming a rapper. I'm aware that the reason my rapping has been publicized so much is because of that fact, so I'm appreciative of the publicity that I get because of it. According to Chet, his father heard most of his music and was pretty supportive. He suggested his wealthy background didn't discredit him as a hip-hop artist, saying, "Hip-hop is much larger than that. It exceeds boundaries beyond race and socioeconomic background. It doesn't matter what country you're from or what nationality you are. Hip-hop is music, an art form, a culture. It can appeal and come out of whoever it speaks to, and it speaks to me." 3 years later, when people questioned Chet's use of the N-word, he said this.
Look, I know the majority of y'all are not going to get this, because the history is still so fresh in our country. But hip-hop isn't about race. It's about the culture you identify with. And can't no one tell me what I can't say.
But he made a little adjustment to that statement.
I just want to clarify one thing. Under no circumstances would I ever go up to somebody that I didn't know and just be like, "Hey, what's up, my nigga?" Unspoken thing between people who are friends who understand each other.
But it wasn't just the word, it was the multiple photos of him on Instagram flexing guns and trying to act like a gangster when everyone knows that's not his reality. To put it plainly, people just saw him as a douchey, out-of-touch rich boy who thinks he can say and do whatever he wants. However, Chet claims that these antics were all a side effect of his really bad drug problem, because later on in 2015, he announced that he was finally in rehab.
Hey, I just want to say I know, like, my name's been in the media about me, like, going missing or getting kidnapped or something, and I'm just gonna let y'all know I've been in a rehab, right? I'm just trying to get my together, and I'm doing pretty damn good, you know what I'm saying? And you know, another thing is, you know, like that stuff I was in the media about the N-word and everything. You know, I know a lot of y'all kind of understood the point I was trying to make, but the truth is, it's not my place to speak on that, and I'm genuinely sorry for the people that I offended.
Up until this point, people were so eager to know what Tom Hanks thought about his son, and Chet finally let us know how his dad truly feels in this interview. But first, a word from our sponsor, Aura. Have you ever Googled your name?
I thought you were going to say, because he's so big about drink water, he's like, our sponsor is water. No, he has actually a real sponsor. Yeah, he has a real sponsor. I strive to get that one day. Yeah.
Name and seen yourself on one of those strange sites that has way too much information about you feels pretty weird. I'd rather have that stuff not available to just anyone looking for it. Data brokers are making tons of money selling your information to robocallers and spammers. But Aura can find the data brokers that are sharing your information, and the brokers are legally required to remove your info if you ask them to. However, they make it very difficult to do so. That's where Aura comes in and submits opt-out requests for you. You can try Aura for free for 2 weeks using my link.
Is that for real, though? Sometimes they tell you all this stuff, and it's more headache than it's just another cash grab. Is it really good, or let me know if anyone uses that. I never try anything until I know other people have tried it. I ain't going to be the guinea pig. Let you all be the guinea pig. I'm not going to be the guinea pig and throw my money somewhere.
Aura.com/PatrickCC. Aura does so much more to protect you.
Do you guys do that too? You want other people to be like, you try it first, and then you let me know how it is, and then I'll get it. Let me find out how you all think about it first before I jump into it. Do you guys do that too? I know I do.
Like antivirus, VPN, password manager, identity theft protection, credit monitoring, and much more. The best part is you get everything at one affordable price. I really like the password manager. I have tons of different passwords, so it's nice to keep them all in one place.
That's
Plus, they
cool.
will alert you if your passwords have been compromised. Let Aura protect you and keep you safe online. You can let people continue to exploit you and profit off your private information, or you can go to aura.com/PatrickCC to start your 2-week free trial. Link in the description. Thanks, Aura.
What does your dad think about it? Can I ask that?
My parents are just like, they just like making sure I'm good. Like, they don't really like tell me what to do anymore because like I'm grown, you know what I mean? Like,
His brother Colin was asked, and he just responded with a bunch of vague compliments.
He is, obviously he's doing his own thing. He's
absolutely is.
He's very passionate about what he does, and
See, you could just tell he's kind of like, well, he doesn't want to deal with it. He doesn't want to deal with it. He's doing his own thing. He's doing legitimate acting. This one is a good actor. I've seen him in a couple of things. Even my dad's seen him and he liked him. He's not a big Tom Hanks. My dad's not a big Tom Hanks fan. He's kind of, I think he's seen him all these years. I've seen Tom Hanks all these years. I'm over it too. But he's a sweet man. Castaway, legendary movie. But he's a good actor. I could see him in another 20 years in Hollywood doing very well for himself. Chet, however, could probably do something with himself if he could. He's done some acting too that I haven't seen. But would you watch him on anything? Someone was mentioning to me they should have substitute what was it? Euphoria. This might be a controversial thing. What was it my friend was saying? Because he's a big Euphoria. I never seen Euphoria. There's some things about Euphoria I heard about probably about 5-6 years ago. I'd be all about Euphoria, but being clean out from opiates for over 6 years, I kind of don't want to be triggered. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to be triggered. I'm, recovering opiate addiction from years ago. I don't want to be triggered on that show. But he was saying that the young man who died passed away not too long ago from that show. He thought maybe they should have Chet Hanks in that role. And I'm thinking, and then he showed me the picture of the actor who passed away. And I didn't know what to think about that. I was like, that sounds kind of... Because apparently what I read, I was reading a little bit right after I talked to him. I read a little bit about what the actor and all this stuff, and people like the actor and stuff. And I was like, if the fans like the show and that actor, they're not going to just sit back and say, if they do come out with another season of Euphoria and they see Chet Hanks in that role, you think they're going to be happy about that? Let me know in the comments about that.
He's got an incredible work ethic. He really does.
He can't even spit it out.
Hustles and works hard.
Ethic.
I want him to be happy. I want him to be successful. I want him to feel like he's following his passion and doing what he wants to do.
From this clip alone, it seems like his brother Colin is more well-adjusted and mature, and that's because they were raised entirely differently. Tom's 2 older children are from his first marriage with Samantha Luz. Colin, his first son, was born and raised long before Tom was a massive success. Tom said, Colin and Elizabeth remember when their dad was just a guy trying to make rent. Colin grew up in Sacramento with his mom and spent every other weekend.
See, this son is a little bit more grounded, more down to earth. He saw his father on the come up. Chet just sees him when he was already famous. That can affect a child. That Hollywood life. I used to think when I was in high school, oh my God, Hollywood is so, oh my God, I want to go to Hollywood, blah, blah, blah. I remember, let me tell you right before we get it, I pissed off my acting teacher. This is how I pissed off my acting teacher. My acting teachers are so full of themselves and full of shit, right? So anyway, she was asking us, what do you want to do when you want to be a serious actor and you want to be serious, don't you? You want to go to New York. If you want to be a sellout, you go to Hollywood. That's what she said at the first day, right? So the last day of class, after the whole season, after the whole semester, at the end, she starts asking people, what do you want, what do you want to see as far as your future? Where do you want to go? So she's testing people. And people are like, I want to go to New York and go, Broadway and do jazz hands and all that good stuff, right? And I was like the third person. So, the first few people were like, New York, New York. I knew what she was getting at. And I just wanted to... This is the reason why I have a reaction channel, because I love to get people's reactions. And I wanted to get her reaction, right? So I wanted to get her goat and really kind of get a reaction out of her. Just fun. Nothing malicious. So she got to me, she's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to go to Hollywood and sell out. She passed me up so quick, and she did not acknowledge me for the rest of the time. Luckily, it was only like 15 minutes left. But she was, as soon as I said that, I started grinning and started laughing to myself because I thought, I was the first girl who she asked, she was snickering, but I thought it was so funny, but she was so mad. She just, as soon as I said that, she went to the next person and just kept on. And I was like, bye at the end. Nothing. She just acted like she was doing something.
And in LA, treating it like a fun sort of getaway. Colin didn't grow up living a lavish lifestyle. His mother kept him grounded. I don't know how much money my mother was getting in alimony, but what I heard was, we don't have the money for that. Your dad has that. We don't have that. Chet, on the other hand, was born and raised in luxury. Tom Hanks met fellow actress Rita Wilson in the early 80s on the set of Bosom Buddies, sparking a friendship. Following the end of his first marriage, Hanks and Wilson reunited on the set of Volunteers in 1985. In the film, the two played lovers, in which Hanks later expressed that there was instant chemistry. I asked Rita if it was the real thing for her, and it just couldn't be denied. Their connection led to a romantic relationship, and 3 years later, the couple got married, before having 2 children, their eldest son, Chester, Chet, in 1990, and their youngest son, Truman, in 1995. 2 years before Chet was born.
Oh, I didn't know he had a son named Truman, too. I didn't know that. I know they have a daughter, if I'm correct.
Tom starred in Big.
I remember this movie. This is the first movie me and my dad went to after my parents divorced. This is the first movie we went to with each other in the theater, was Big. And we're both kind of like, okay. It was the only, because my cousin worked at the movie theater. The movie theater only had 2 movies playing. That's how low budget this theater was. It was I don't know what the other, it was definitely not in the running of what we were wanting to watch. It was that when we saw it, it was like, and it was Big. So I was like, okay, well, we got free tickets, so we'll have to pick this one, right? It can't be too bad. Tom Hanks, he's a great guy, the sweetheart of Hollywood, right? It's okay. It's a cute movie. Do I put it in the same regards as 9 to 5 or Goonies for me, or some other great movies like Clue? No, I don't really. But it's a good movie. It's a good watch for I'll shut up.
Which became his breakthrough into superstardom. He was paid $1.7 million for this film and 7 figures for every film thereafter. He went on a legendary run of huge hits like A League of Their Own, Sleepless in Seattle, Philadelphia, Forrest Gump,
that's a good one.
Apollo 13, and Toy Story. By the time Chet was 6 years old, Tom Hanks had achieved a legendary status in Hollywood and was earning tens of millions of dollars. I was watching Big when I was a little kid, and I was like, that's Dad. What's he doing on TV? And Mom was like, he's an actor. That's what he does. Chet and Truman were raised in Hollywood, in a luxurious mansion. They mingled with other celebrity children and took extravagant trips on private planes all around the world. However, Chet says this wasn't exactly what people thought it was.
They expected it to be like me, like running around, like this
Richie
rich,
rich.
like Richie
Yeah,
rich,
yeah, yeah.
like
Yeah.
Richie rich. Like I didn't have a care in the world. I had like endless money, and I could just like hang out by a swimming pool all day, like drinking margaritas,
With a McDonald's
and I'm
in
like
your
whipping
room.
around like Rolls Royces and shit, like partying in mansions. Like that's what they expected my life was, and it wasn't like that at all. At all. But me, it was like, yo, Dad, can I get some money? He was like, yeah, like go wash my car. I'll give you $20.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like that. Like it wasn't like that. Like not only did they not spoil me, but they went to like far lengths to make sure like that I was like as normal as possible.
Chet swears he wasn't spoiled and had to work for everything he has.
Oh, can we just look at that for a
But
second?
they went to
I
like
can't
far
stand this
lengths
guy,
to
but
make sure like that I was like as normal as possible.
Chet swears
that's nice to look at least. It's the best thing about this video. I mean, this is the only thing that I get to look at. When him talking, however, is oh God, it reminds me of an ex of mine. I just don't ask. Don't ask.
he wasn't spoiled and had to work for everything he has. However, people had a preconceived notion that he was a rich brat, automatically disliking him. But the people that were nice to him, he felt that it was only because he was the son of Tom Hanks. Either way, Chet felt like the entire world was against him. His rebellion was smoking weed, listening to rap music, and being the antithesis of his father. When his parents caught him, they didn't discipline him themselves. Instead, they sent him away to a wilderness program for troubled teens. Second Nature Entrado was a troubled teen therapy program located in Santa Clara, Utah. Wilderness therapy programs are a major part of the multi-billion-dollar troubled teen industry, which also includes therapeutic boarding schools and residential treatment centers. These programs are designed for adolescents struggling with issues like drug dependency, depression, poor grades, low self-confidence,
So basically, a nice little day camp for rich kids. Okay, cool. They'll have issues. Okay. Rich issues.
suicide, and eating disorders. As the name suggests, wilderness therapy combines counseling and wilderness experience like hiking, camping, and other outdoor recreation activities. At the
Going through dope sickness and being in the wilderness sweating is not the best feeling. I would.
program, Chet was forced to do manual labor in the remote wilderness. He said he never knew when he was supposed to leave the camp. It's extremely uncomfortable. It's not like camping. It was like designed to be as harsh as fucking possible. These wilderness programs have earned themselves a terrible reputation over the years. The main philosophy of the TTI is that teens need to be isolated and broken in order for them to improve, and this is done by making them participate in humiliating group activities, forcing them into manual labor, giving them small amounts of food, and threatening them with violence.
Wait a minute. Whoa. I don't like that. You pay all this money to traumatize my child? This is the reason why you should parent. Take a little time to parent your kids. That's the problem. There was not enough.
The program that Chet went to, Second Nature, decided to rebrand to Evoke Therapy Programs after a staggering amount of lawsuits. One claiming that a child was unable to bathe themselves for 8 weeks. One saying a child is sleeping under a tarp in freezing snow. One child said that she was held in solitary confinement. One parent was denied communication. She didn't even know if her child was alive. There is a very extensive record of horrific complaints about Second Nature and every other wilderness therapy program in the United States. Chet said this program did not do any good for him. He wanted to go harder, party harder, do harder drugs to make up for lost time. He spiraled for years.
I hated my life, and I felt like a fuck up. I felt like a loser. It didn't last very long. that didn't last very long because it was in that time period that I found out I was having a daughter.
Chet's girlfriend at the time, Tiffany Miles, revealed to him that she was pregnant. Immediately, his whole mindset shifted. He realized he needed to get sober, take responsibility for his actions, and get a real job so his daughter can have a good life. He tried another go at music. This time, he started a duo alongside Drew Arthur called FTRZ.
Oh my God, I thought that was Adam 22 for a second. I'm like, you aligned yourself with Adam 22. I saw the little thing, but that's not Adam 22.
They released 2 singles, Models and Nowhereland, as well as the Ocean Park EP. This music went relatively unnoticed, and Chet knew his best chance for a real career was not in music, but rather following the family name into the world of acting. He landed a few one-off roles in Marin, Tales, and Curb Your Enthusiasm, before landing more permanent spots in 2 hit TV shows, Shameless and Empire.
He was in Shameless? Must have been this episodes I never seen.
Provided him with enough money and stability to provide for his family. And believe it or not, Chet is actually a decent actor. Must be in his blood. He's particularly exceptional at acting like a Jamaican man. And in 20...
That was a little shade right there. Hold on, Patrick Cece, what did you just say?
Enough money and stability to provide for his family. And believe it or not, Chet is actually a decent actor. Must be in his blood. He's particularly exceptional at acting like a Jamaican man. And in 2020, the world got to see his talent.
Big up the whole island, massive. It's your boy Chetana, coming straight from the Golden Globes, you want saying? Me father Tom Hanks presenting in a what soon forward come. Big up, tune in.
This took place on the...
Sweet Jesus. Jesus, please, Jesus, take the wheel. Take the wheel, Jesus. What possessed you to do that, Chat? What in your...
The red carpet of the 77th annual Golden Globes, where Tom Hanks was accepting the Cecil B. DeMille Award for his impact on the industry as an actor, producer, writer.
You did this on the night of your father being honored. You acted... Oh my God. I would killed you if I was Tom Hanks. I would actually bend you over my knee and tan your rear end right in front of the paparazzi just to prove a point.
Writer and director. Sadly for Hollywood, nobody cared about the awards. Only 2 things were being talked about that night. 1, host Ricky Gervais absolutely roasting the audience for 3 hours straight. And 2, Chet Hanks speaking patois.
Is that the same night that Ricky Gervais was... Oh my God. Did you guys see that Ricky Gervais? No one was safe that night. He was on fire with the reads. He was on fire with them reads. Drag queens were taking notes. He was so damn good with the reads. Oh my God. Oh, the shade. The shade. You won't get a sunburn with that shade, baby.
The internet was on fire, calling him cringy, racist, and a cultural appropriator. He responded to the criticism with a second video on Instagram outside a smoothie shop in LA.
Big up the youth them way out of Kingston. Me wake up this morning and me see the thing turn up. Internet gone mad. Respect, you don't know. The soon forward a yard. Booyaka, booyaka. Arr.
Chet was loving the attention, and he kept feeding into the memes. Despite the outrage, many native Jamaicans thought it was hilarious and were not angry.
Booyaka, booyaka.
The man is just having fun, man.
He even got an acting role for one episode on Atlanta because of his fake accent.
You grow up in Trinidad? Or Jamaica?
No, it's Trinidad and Tobago. And no, I'm from Tribeca.
However, Tom never spoke about his son's dreams of being Jamaican. Chet was feeling unstoppable, and he made an announcement on Instagram that hyped up all white boys around the world.
Look, I just wanted to tap in really quick. I just got this feeling, man, that this summer is, it's about to be a white boy summer. You know, take it how you want. I'm not talking about like Trump, NASCAR type white. I'm talking about, me, John B., Jack Harlow type white boy summer. You know what I mean? Let me know if you guys can vibe with that.
In the caption, he urged people to tag a real vanilla king in the comments. A lot of people, particularly white boys, thought this was hilarious as Chet was playing off Megan Thee Stallion's 2019 hit, Hot Girl Summer. Others took offense to the phrase, especially since Chet had already garnered criticism for appropriating black culture in the past. In a video posted a few days later, Chet clarified, "You know what's not white boy summer? Is having any ill will or prejudice towards anybody from a different background, race."
That's one thing I did notice. I'm glad he brought that up because Megan came out with that. And then I saw this. I was like, interesting. Chet.
Walk of life than you. Chet capitalized on the controversy by releasing a song, which is his most successful song of all time, as well as releasing a line of merchandise, which included hoodies, t-shirts, shorts, tank tops, leggings, caps, and bike shorts. However, further controversy ensued after people called out the Gothic-style font placed on the merchandise, as it resembled a font used by white nationalists. He also launched a line of Black Queen Summer merchandise using the same font. I want to see some white boys and some black queens wearing each other's shirts. However, White Boy Summer was about to come to a screeching halt before it even started, when a video of Chet and his girlfriend Kiana Parker in the middle of a domestic altercation hit the internet.
This bitch just attacked me with a knife.
No, I didn't. Did I attack you with a knife?
This bitch just attacked me with a knife.
Did I attack you with a knife? No.
Chet claims that Parker attacked him with a knife, stole his belongings, and charged thousands of dollars on his credit cards. The pair reportedly began seeing one another in March of 2019, but split in January 2021 when Parker got a restraining order against Hanks, alleging that he threw a bottle at her and said no one would believe her because she's, quote, a ghetto black bitch. Hanks denied any abuse and later filed a lawsuit against Parker for assault, battery, and theft. Parker told a different story and claimed that Chet threatened her with a knife when she showed up at his home with movers to collect her things. She also claimed that Chet pushed her and attacked her outside. Chet's attorneys told media outlets her claims are completely false, fabricated, and fictional. Come April of 2021, Parker filed a $1 million lawsuit against Chet. Her lawyers accused Chet of making a mockery of black women in the criminal justice system by proclaiming that it's going to be a white boy summer and a black queen summer, while knowing he mentally and physically abused a black queen. Chet has continued to deny all allegations of abuse, and as of right now, the case is still in process. Kiana even tried to make Tom Hanks a witness, claiming he provided a healer for her, who has not been named. During this whole time, Tom has never spoken about Chet's alleged abuse. Chet decided to end his white boy summer with a statement about the vaccine.
White men and get the vaccine first thing. Psych! Bitch! If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I never had COVID. You ain't sticking me with that motherfucking needle. It's the motherfucking flu. Get over it, okay? If you're sick, stay inside. I'm tired of having to, okay? Why we working around y'all? If you're in danger, stay your ass inside. I'm tired of wearing a motherfucking mask.
Chet's parents were some of the earliest celebrities to test positive for COVID-19 during the pandemic. Chet himself posted a video to social media about his parents' status after hearing the news. Tom and Rita would go on to donate their blood to help with treatment-focused research. Despite this, Chet remains skeptical. Many people want to know what Tom Hanks thinks of his son, but we honestly don't know. Tom has basically never spoken about his son in a public forum.
He's the father. He's not going to say anything ill about him. He's not going to talk about his babies. Are you kidding me? You think he's going to be like, oh, my little shithead of a son? No. That's the kind of man he is. He's a father. He's going to protect and support his babies, even though if they act like a bunch of dimwit idiots. That's what daddy's supposed to do. Good for you, Tom.
A Man Called Otto is his newest film where his other son Truman was chosen for the lead role.
Oh, here's this elusive Truman. He kind of looks like him a little bit. Boy, he's taller than his daddy. Well, you know, when we get older, we get kind of shorter. Did you know about that? Did you know about that? When you get older, you get shorter. That sucks. I don't want that to happen, but it's going to happen.
The most recent video of Chet and Tom is at this Dodgers game singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Chet says that his dad loves and supports him. Most people who say that Tom is embarrassed by Chet are just guessing. It's actually Tom's silence that draws him criticism. He has been sort of the innocent, nice guy his whole career. His lack of controversy and always positive attitude makes people think that he is secretly hiding something.
They always do, because there's so many shady people in Hollywood. I can see why. But can we just have at least a few decent people in Hollywood that we don't have to, like, crucify? And let him be a daddy, for God's sake.
More specifically, conspiracy theorists think he is a part of the QAnon global child sex trafficking ring.
What?
They point to Tom's Instagram, where he often posts photos of people's gloves, children's socks, shoes, and pacifiers. They say Tom is hiding in plain sight, leaving a trace of evidence for his crimes. Plus, he has the comments disabled, making it look even more suspicious. Chet has actually addressed this on the Impulsive podcast.
Like, this is, dude, like, it's really funny because, like, I saw this, like, with the conspiracy, there's like, these are the gloves of the abducted children that they left behind. It's like, dude, my dad, like, was doing that glove shit because he's, like, trolling Instagram.
Right.
And, like, he kept on, like, seeing, like, gloves on the ground because people, like, lose their gloves in the middle of the winter in New York. It falls out of coat or something. He kept on seeing gloves, so he just, like, took a picture and posted it because he's, like, trolling Instagram. Like, my dad does not give a shit about social media.
For the past year, Chet has been trying to avoid controversy and tell his life story on various podcasts. He is also trying to promote his brand as a fitness and life guru. Hank's Fit is his subscription-based membership club for the low price of $300 per month, where he will make you a custom workout routine, meal plan, and give you meditation techniques. Chet,
I'm not going to pay $300 for you to even give me a hand job. Well, no, it got to be more than that. But I ain't going to pay $300 for a fitness thing, but you do you, boo. At least you're doing something that's a little bit more productive. I'll give you that much. I'll give you that much. Good for you. You're getting older. Maybe you'll see the error of your ways. People can change. Let's just hope.
Chet wants people to understand that he is not just a Nepo baby who was handed everything.
That's actually nice.
That description, Tom Hanks' son. Like, who is that? But who are we imagining as Tom Hanks' son? Who the imagination of who that person must be is in the mind of every single person. It's subjective.
There's no doubt that being plagued by living in the shadow of your father is rough. Maybe he is not like most typical Hollywood kids that grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth, but he has gotten away with a lot of questionable behavior, and that is likely because of his celebrity status. However, Chet has not earned his own fame. He still has big shoes to fill. The harsh reality is, he's going to have to do something pretty remarkable if he wants to be known as Chet Hanks and not just Tom Hanks' son.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket and watch your...
Anyway, that was good. That was a very good video. I really liked that one. That was a very well done video. There was some stuff in there. Let's give that a thumbs up. There was a lot of things I did not know about. First of all, I didn't know there was... What was it? Tiburon Hanks? What was that? Who was that one? That was so elusive until the end. Tiburon? Oh, no, that's a candy. Sister Fritz, whatever his name was. Looks like Sister Fritz is doing acting too, so good for him. God, that stuff was so cringy. But if he's trying to, like, keep his nose clean and maybe act like he is a father. I didn't know he had a child. At least he's trying to be a father. I give him that much. Just stop being an idiot. I think the older he'll get, maybe won't be so thirsty about being on, clout. So anyway, I thought this was a very well done video. Patrick CC, you did a great job. And another banger of a video, very well done. Leave me know in the comments what you thought about this video, okay? Talk to you later. Love, peace, and grease. Bye.
Throw a rock into a pond, ripples fade away. Human hearts aren't so lucky, those battle scars remain.